Have you ever walked away from a conversation thinking, I was perfectly clear, only to find out later that the other person heard something completely different? And you're standing there thinking, that's not even close to what I said. Here's the hard truth most of us don't want to admit. Most communication breakdown, it doesn't happen because people don't care. It happens because what was said is not what was heard. If you're a business owner, a leader, a coach, a service advisor, technician, spouse, or parent, this episode is going to matter because communication isn't about how well you speak. It's about how clearly the message lands. And today I want to slow it way down. So on the Weekly Blitz, we usually touch on this topic in short bursts: leadership, clarity, alignment, expectations. But today we're devoting the entire episode to it. And we're going to talk about why people hear what they expect and not what you say, the difference between listening and hearing, how assumptions quietly wreck teams, why great leaders verify understanding, and how a taco salad from my childhood permanently rewired how I communicate. Let's get into it. Most people think communication's about talking clearly. It's not necessarily. Communication's about alignment. You can use the right words, you can have the right tone, you can have the best intentions in the world and still completely miss the mark. Why is that? Because people don't hear words in a vacuum. They filter what you say through their past experiences, their stress level, their fears, their assumptions, their expectations. And that's why two people can hear the exact same sentence and walk away with two different meanings. One of the biggest lessons I've learned as a leader is this: intent does not equal impact. You might intend to be direct. They might experience you as harsh. You might intend to be flexible. They might hear you as uncertain.
As a shop owner, you take pride in every detail of your shop. That means every repair, every customer, and every experience your customers have with you. So why would you settle for cookie cutter marketing that makes your shop look, well, like every other auto repair shop in your town? At Shop Marketing Pros, we offer top-tier marketing for top-tier shops. That means digital ads, search engine optimization, social media marketing, and custom websites built around your shop. Marketing that showcases your brand, your voice, and your goals. No templates, no shortcuts, no generic same old marketing. Because when your marketing reflects the quality your shop puts out every day, your customers can feel it, and your car count, revenue, and ARO grow because of it. You've already built a top-tier shop. Now it's time to grow it with the top-tier marketing it deserves. Book your discovery call today at shopmarketingpros.com to get started.
You might intend to motivate. They might feel pressure. And when that gap exists, that's where the following happens: resentment grows, mistakes happen, teams disconnect, and customers get frustrated. That gap is not a people problem. That gap is a clarity problem. And when we're talking about communication, I'm a firm believer in all of our shops, most of our lives. 98% of our problems come from improper communication. Okay. So let's talk about the taco salad lesson. And this one stuck with me my entire life. And I'm going to go through it really quickly. You're going to laugh. But this was a weekly event for probably a year. Okay. So let me take you back to my childhood for a minute. I'm a kid. I'm at home. It's me and my dad. It's taco salad night, right? So that was a treat growing up. Anything other than hamburger helper with a slice of bread and butter was a treat. So when I hear the words taco salad, my brain fills in the rest. Expectation set. Dinner hits the table. What do I see? Bowl of lettuce, a little meat. My mouth is burning. Somebody put jalapenos on the damn thing. So for right there, really quickly, I am the biggest gringo on the planet. I don't do spicy at all. Kimberly's like mid-spicy. And Piper, you can give her anything on the planet and it doesn't faze her. Jalapenos to me is burning my mouth. And I would tell my dad that the salad was hot with tears in my eyes. And he'd look at me like I was nuts. What was happening is he wasn't hearing what I was saying and I wasn't explaining it any better. So I was 7, but anyway, nobody lied, nobody messed up, no one had bad intentions. We just didn't define hot as the same thing. Same words, different meaning, different way of getting it across. And so that moment has stuck with me my whole entire life. And because I got older, I realized something powerful. That taco salad wasn't an isolated incident. That taco salad happens every single day in business. Early in my coaching career, it used to drive me nuts. I'd have a coaching session. I knew perfectly well what I was saying, but when we do the follow-up meeting the next week, what my client carried out wasn't anywhere near what I was expecting. And it's because what was said isn't what was heard. And it's just as much as my fault as it is theirs. So in that moment of reflection, I started asking myself, can you repeat back to me what you thought I said? And then we go from there to clarify. So in our industry, we say things like, do it ASAP, handle that customer, clean up the shop, do your best, let's circle back. And everyone fills in the blanks their own way. Then we get frustrated when the outcome doesn't match what we meant. That's not a motivation issue. That's not an intelligence issue. That's a definition issue. If you don't define the taco salad, don't be surprised when you get the jalapenos. All right. Here's another truth, and I'm the world's worst at this. Most people are not listening. They're just waiting to talk. Listening is active. Hearing is passive. Good listeners don't just nod their head. They ask follow-up questions. They clarify assumptions, and they repeat things back. One of the biggest leadership upgrades I've ever made was adopting one simple habit. Tell me what you heard. Not as a test, not as a trap, not to embarrass anyone, but as protection for both of the parties involved. Because when someone repeats it back, you learn, where were you clear, where were you fuzzy, and where the assumptions crept in. And so here's the key. If they can't repeat it clearly, it's not their fault. That's on us as leaders and communicators. Clarity is not about talking more. Clarity is about confirming understanding. Hey, everybody, quick pause right here to thank today's sponsor, Shop Marketing Pros. Here's why I genuinely like these guys. Marketing is communication, and bad marketing is just like bad leadership communication. You think you're being clear, but the customers hear something else or nothing at all. Shop Marketing Pros helps auto repair shops say the right thing to the right customer in the right way at the right time. From websites to messaging to strategy, they help make sure what you're saying actually lands. If you're tired of shouting into the void and hoping customers get it, go check them out. All right, let's get back to the lesson. Oh my goodness. One of the strongest leadership tools you're ever going to use is verification, not micromanagement, not control, verification of understanding. I want you to try asking, walk me through what success looks like here. What's your takeaway from this? How do you see this playing out? Those questions do two things. They show respect. They surface disconnects early, and early disconnects are cheap. Late disconnects are expensive. Late disconnects look like comebacks, missed deadlines, hurt feelings, lost customers, team burnout, all because we assumed. Assumptions are lazy leadership, and clarity is intentional leadership. So if you've listened and you've come this far and you take nothing else from this episode, I want you to take this. Communication is not complete when words leave your mouth. It's complete when understanding lands. That's true with your team, your customers, your family, and yourself. I want you to slow down. I want you to ask better questions, repeat things back, define that taco salad, because what's obvious to you might be completely invisible to somebody else. Leadership doesn't fail loudly at first. It fails quietly through misunderstood conversations and unspoken frustration. But when you commit to communication that actually lands, everything changes. This is Coach Chris Cotton, and this has been the Weekly Blitz. Have a great day, everybody. Rise and grind.